Court calls the case of Destiny Cheatham.
This case opens with tension already sitting in the air. Judge Simpson isn't just calling a routine matter. He's stepping into a situation layered with bond violations, missing court appearances, and a no-contact order that should have been crystal clear from day one. Before anyone even speaks, you can feel that this hearing is about far more than a simple misunderstanding. It's about whether Destiny genuinely didn't know her restrictions, or whether she ignored them. Notice how the prosecutor and defense jump in immediately. That's your first red flag. When attorneys talk fast right at the start, it's usually because they know trouble is coming. And for Destiny, trouble arrived the moment she walked into court with her sister, the very person she's forbidden to contact. There's also a deeper issue unfolding beneath the surface. This isn't the first problem in the case. The court had to send a fugitive team to collect them last time. That alone tells you Judge Simpson has zero patience left. And here's the big twist viewers need to catch. Destiny's mom is the one who drove both daughters together. The defense leans on that as if it excuses the violation. But a bond order doesn't vanish just because mom didn't know. The defendant is responsible for her own compliance, always.
Good morning, Your Honor. Mary Tanna, Assistant Prosecuting Attorney on behalf of...
Good morning, Rob Jacobs on behalf of Destiny Cheatham. Destiny, would you state your name for the record?
Destiny Cheatham.
Judge, since you're adjourning the other matter to the 9th, can we also adjourn ours?
I will, however, she's in violation of her bond.
Judge, here's the thing. I'm not sure the mom was aware of that and my client wasn't aware of that. Mom brought both girls here. I talked to the mom. She will take one of the girls home and call somebody else to pick up the other girl if necessary. But I'm not sure my client was aware that there was no contact order.
Well, first of all, thanks to Mom for bringing them because they were not here last time and had to be picked up by a fugitive team. So I do appreciate that. However, Ms. Cheatham was made aware. I was, as I stated, at the arraignment where she was specifically asked if there would be a problem with her not having contact with her sister by a magistrate think, if there was a reason that she needed to have contact with her sister. And the answer was no.
Judge, when I did see them out in the hallway, they were far apart. They were not discussing. It's just that.
Yeah, but they came, so that's part of the problem is, and I understand maybe what mom's doing, but part of the problem is she knows she's not supposed to have contact.
Well, she will have no further contact with her sister, and mom can get somebody to come and pick her up if the court would just give her one last chance.
Governor, if I may, the problem here isn't just this one situation. The problem is there have been very clear instructions by the magistrate and potentially the court on what to do, what's allowed and what is not. And the backup problem, the bigger problem is they also failed to appear after magistrate made it very, very clear that that was not an option. Now, I'm quite frankly surprised they're not in custody, given the procedural history of this case, but here we are. I'm glad they're here. Hopefully we can get these cases moving.
This is the moment the case shifts from confusion to consequences. Judge Simpson makes it crystal clear. The court gave straightforward instructions, the magistrate reiterated them, and Destiny still missed court and violated the no-contact order. Judges rarely say they're surprised someone isn't already in custody, and when they do, it's a sign they're seriously considering locking that person up. The judge also brings up the nature of the case. Distributing material involving sexual content by a minor. This is not a trivial charge. These cases carry strict bond conditions because of the sensitivity, the potential victims, and the long-term implications. When a defendant facing charges like this disregards orders, it signals a major risk factor. The defense tries to shift the blame to miscommunication, but miscommunication doesn't erase the defendant's responsibility. Bond isn't optional. It's a contract. Follow the rules or you go to jail.
This involves distributing material that involves sexual acts committed by a minor. This is no joke. The court is somewhat because you had one of the other co-defendants.
Yeah.
And we had difficulties there as well. So I'm not sure why it's so difficult to show up and follow no contact provisions, but it seems to be a problem.
Judge, she's here today. She
Did
said
you
at the
post the
agreement.
bond?
Pardon me?
Yes.
Okay, that's why she's out. She posted the bond, but then violated the bond. What is that?
Judge, they were in a cell together when they were being arraigned. Again, Judge, I'm just asking if the court would please consider, she understands now If she did make a mistake, it was unintentional. She's just asking.
Well, hold on a moment. You live in Ann Arbor or Ipsy?
Yes,
Pardon?
yes,
Which one you live in, Ann Arbor or
Ann
Ipsy?
Arbor.
The other young lady lives in Ipsy, so why are they together? And the prohibition is on your client, Mr. Killalone.
Judge, I didn't know that with the arraignment. I wasn't at the arraignment, so I can't tell you why she didn't. All I'm at, she made a mistake. I'm asking the court. Pardon?
My mom brought us together. I didn't,
Okay,
she had to take us.
you're not gonna get anywhere. She made a
There.
mistake, Judge. She will not make it. She'll go
It's
home
not a
separately.
mistake. She knows what the bond conditions are.
Here, the judge cuts through all excuses. He's heard enough from the attorney, and he turns his attention directly to Destiny. That shift is always a sign that the judge wants straight answers. No filters, no legal cushioning. The defense keeps insisting Destiny made a mistake, but the judge clearly doesn't believe this is a one-time error. He points to a pattern of missed appearances, ignored orders, and repeated missteps. And when a judge starts listing failures one by one, the defendant's credibility collapses fast. The courtroom dynamic is also revealing. Destiny's attorney keeps trying to plea for leniency, but every request bumps into the same wall. Destiny knew her conditions. She knew the no-contact rule. She knew she missed court, and she still stepped into the car with her sister. This is where the pressure hits Destiny. Judges expect defendants to show responsibility, not confusion, especially at age 25. The judge is signaling that excuses won't work. Responsibility will.
Mr. Allen. Who are you? Okay. What do you want to say?
I put my job on the line. I got bills trying to get them out. They will come back to work. I was unaware of all the no contact. She lived with.
Mom, I get you were, she wasn't.
Thought when she had got out on the personal bond, that they had said, yeah, but she wasn't aware at this time. She just got confused. No, they will not be with each other again.
Judge, there's no allegation that they were in a hallway talking about this. It was, and again, I don't mean to minimize what happened, but the mom picked the girls up. Again, it was a mistake on their part. They will have no contact. You can be assured of that. I just can't see putting this young lady in jail. She came to court today.
First of all, you can't see it. She didn't appear. So we had to issue a warrant. My understanding is they had to have a team go out, pick her up. She gets here, she gets her bond conditions, and then violates the bond conditions.
They were separated in the hallway, Judge. I can't explain why mom picked them up, but they were not together in the hallway. They were not conversing. They were not talking.
She should have let
sister.
mom know she had that prohibition. I'm not blaming mom. Mom is doing what mom will do. I'm blaming her.
Judge, again, this is a very serious case.
It is, and that's one of the reasons why that condition is on there.
I understand.
And she violated it. Well, first, like I said, first of all, she doesn't appear. Then she violates it.
If defending this young lady would be much easier, her being out of jail. I'm asking the court to give this young lady one last chance, Judge. And whatever's going to happen, please hold over the violation till we do the exam.
Now, I think at this time, I'll reconsider it, but right now she's going back. Mom can get the other daughter home. I will reconsider exactly whether I'll leave her in there at noon today.
Judge Simpson makes one of the strongest pivots in the entire hearing right here. After listening to repeated excuses, contradictions, and unclear statements from Destiny and her lawyer, he officially decides she's going back into custody, at least temporarily, until he reconsiders the situation at noon. This is a critical legal moment because the judge is essentially saying, your explanations aren't reliable, your compliance record is shaky, and I need time to evaluate whether you can be trusted in the community at all. This pause and review approach serves two purposes. First, it protects the court's integrity. Judges cannot be lenient when bond conditions are repeatedly ignored. Second, it gives Destiny one final chance to show sincerity, remorse, and clarity when he calls her back later. But make no mistake, this isn't a victory. It's a warning shot. The defense tries to soften the blow, redirecting blame to misunderstandings, hallway separation, or the mother's choices. But none of those excuses counteract the fact that Destiny failed to appear earlier, required a fugitive pickup, and then immediately violated bond upon release.
Thank you.
Ma'am, I have a docket. I have a docket starting at noon, another block. I will reconsider it in that time. I'm not blaming you. I understand what you're saying. She knew she wasn't supposed to do that. And that's the problem I'm having. Okay? So I'm going to take all of that into consideration, take a close look at it, and then make a determination at noon as to whether or not I'm going to let her back out. Okay, thank you. Recombs case, people versus Chief.
Good afternoon, Rob Jacob on behalf of
Destiny Cheatham.
Good afternoon, I'm Rehabilitative.
All right.
Judge. I've had a chance to talk to this young lady. Her mom and dad are in courtroom. They still support their daughter. Mom did pay bondsman to get both her daughters out. The mom was unaware what happened, and we've been through that. This young lady is going to tell you she made a terrible mistake by being in the same car with her sister. Mom assures me, dad also, that that will not happen for any future court hearing. We're asking you to, I believe Miss Young on the other daughter's case adjourned it 1 week. We're just asking for a 1 week adjournment.
Did I kick the other Cheatham case 1 week?
If you can give me a moment, I believe it was January 9th.
Yeah, I don't think I kicked.
Oh, okay. January 9th.
Anything you want to say, young lady?
Yes. I wanted to say that I'm sorry. I did not come here knowing willingly that I was violating anything. My mom was unsure of everything. I was unsure that my sister was even in the car. If I would have known today, I would have had my mom give me bus fare or an Uber fare, and then we would have done separately.
This segment captures Destiny's first extended personal explanation, and it's an emotional one. She apologizes, explains her confusion, and emphasizes she didn't intentionally violate anything. But here's where viewers need to watch closely. Though her tone is sincere, her reasoning is conflicted. She says she didn't know her sister would be in the car, yet she still got in after seeing her there. She says she didn't understand the violation. Yet earlier, she acknowledged she knew about the no-contact rule. This is the core problem Judge Simpson is grappling with. Lack of clarity equals lack of reliability. In bond cases, ambiguity is dangerous. Judges need defendants who follow orders precisely, not people who reinterpret rules based on circumstance. The defense highlights that the sisters don't live together, implying the risk is low. But bond conditions don't depend on convenience. They depend on compliance. Despite the confusion, Destiny's apology is important. It opens the door for the judge to consider leniency again later, but it also creates more questions. Was this a genuine misunderstanding? Or is she only apologizing now because she's facing jail?
I'm sorry. We don't stay in the same area or anything. There's no problem without being around her or not talking to her or anything. So it would not happen again.
My understanding, she lives with mom. Destiny lives with her mom in Ann Arbor, and her sister lives in Ypsilanti.
No, I get that. I'm just, young lady, I'll tell you what I'm worried about. While I was thinking about it, what I'm worried about is the fact that you guys were gone for quite a bit of time on your cases. You come back, you get arraigned. Magistrate gives you a certain set of instructions for you to follow, and then you don't follow
I wasn't aware that my sister was in the car once again. And as far as me not being able
them.
to,
What do you mean? So how big is this car?
no, I'm saying I was picked up last. She was already in the car, I guess. I'm not sure. I haven't spoke to her or seen my sister. Like I said, if I would have knew my sister was in the car, I would have had Uber fare or a bus fare to get here separately.
Are you talking today?
Yes, today.
So when you got into your mother's car, you didn't see your sister?
Yes. But I'm saying I didn't know that she were going to be in the car. If I knew beforehand, that's what I'm saying.
I'm telling you, what you're telling me doesn't make any sense, or at least what Mr. Kilowald knew. Did you know you had that bond condition or not?
This is one of the most intense exchanges of the entire hearing. Judge Simpson presses Destiny hard, and for good reason. Her explanations have shifted multiple times. First, she says she didn't know the bond condition. Then she says she did know it. Then she says she was confused because they were in the same holding tank. Then she says she didn't know the restriction was still active. Judges do not tolerate inconsistency, especially when they believe the defendant may be crafting explanations to avoid consequences. This moment exposes a critical legal truth. Credibility is everything in court. If a judge believes you are unclear, evasive, or contradictory, your chances of maintaining bond shrink rapidly. Destiny also falls into a common courtroom trap, trying to blend excuses with honesty. She admits she saw her sister in the car, but insists she had no alternative transportation. The judge immediately unmasks the flaw. Lack of options does not equal permission to violate bond.
The bond condition, yes, I would,
Would they have no contact with your sister?
yes,
Okay, so then your mom arrives, right?
yes,
You see that your sister's in the car, right? And you get in the car.
but I knew I had to be seen today. I don't have no job, no money, no car, or nothing. If I would have known that I was violating anything, I would have had a separate ride.
No, but you knew that you were. At the time that you get into the car, you know that you're violating. I mean, that's what I'm trying to understand. At one point, Mr. Kilowald is saying you don't know that bond condition, right?
Yes.
But now you're telling me you
And that's
do
because
know.
when I was arrested, I'm sorry for cutting you off, but when I was arrested, they had us in the same holding tank. I didn't know that it was even still a violation or anything like that.
Judge, the family can assure you it won't happen again. Please just give this young lady one more chance.
We still don't get it.
Judge, I think
At the time you get to the car, do you or do you not know that you're not supposed to have contact?
No, I didn't know because when I was arrested, they had us in the same holding tank, so I wasn't sure if the violation was still, if it was still anything violated or whatever.
no contact.
Yeah, no contact.
Anything from the people. Okay, look. You know, how old are you?
25.
Do you work?
No.
She's looking for employment.
So what do you do all day?
I couldn't get anything until I looked for jobs.
Not my question.
What can you tell me what anybody I do all day?
Sun comes up. What do you do every day?
I help my mom around the house. I have nieces and nephews that I help take care of. And then I look for jobs in my free time.
When's the last time you worked?
I worked last year for probably a little bit before January. I was doing home health care. Let me approach.
Yes, please. Young lady.
Yes.
You're 25.
Yes.
Did you drop out in 8th grade? What happened?
Oh, I was took out because I was being bullied, and my mom knew every day, and my mom ended up taking me out. And I just never finished. That's also another thing that I wanted to say. I don't really know a lot of things or stuff like that. Like,
Judge, may we approach very briefly one last time? Please.
Yes.
Thank
you. Let me ask you this. Okay. Give me your honest answer. Did you want to be in school?
Yes.
Have you tried to do anything in terms of like continuing your education or anything like that?
Oh, I wanted to, but I haven't. I've been more focused on a job.
You what?
I said I've been more focused on a job, but I wouldn't mind doing that.
So it's been like what, almost 10 years since you've been in school?
Yes.
Sure. Young lady, what did you want to do with your life?
I want to be a nurse. That's what I'm doing. I want to be home healthcare. That's what I used to do before this warrant came involved, and I had to. I couldn't work there anymore.
Did you try to get back into school or
Yes.
what'd you do? What
It
happened?
was like, I'm not sure what program it was, but it was a program that they were supposed to send me out a computer, and I was supposed to go to, I think it was like Dorsey School. I was trying to go through there, but it never went through. My grandma ended up passing away in the between time, so it was just a lot going on, and I just lost track of it as far as this Dorsey School.
And then it just became easier not to do, right?
But
Yeah. No, it's okay. I get it. So let me ask you this. If I made a condition of your bond that you had to get yourself in school, what would you do with that?
This is a dramatic shift in tone, and a surprising one. After nearly an hour of frustration, contradictions, and legal tension, Judge Simpson pivots from discipline to opportunity. Instead of focusing solely on punishment, he begins exploring rehabilitative conditions, education, structure, and future stability. This is where viewers see the deeper side of the judge. He recognizes Destiny's background: 8th grade dropout, history of bullying, lack of stable work, loss of her grandmother, and a chaotic living situation. While none of that excuses a bond violation, it does shape the court's understanding of her life trajectory. Judge Simpson asks a powerful question. Would going back to school be better than locking you up? This isn't softness, it's strategy. Judges increasingly use rehabilitative bond conditions to reduce recidivism and rebuild defendants' lives. In Destiny's case, her lack of education affects every decision she makes. School isn't just schooling. It's structure, daily responsibility, community, and accountability. Destiny responds immediately, yes, and it's genuine.
I'll go and I'll take it.
Would that be better than locking you up?
Yes.
Okay. You paid a surety bond, right? You did a bondsman, ma'am. Young lady, I want you in school. I don't know how these charges are going to work out and everything along those lines, but here's what I know. You probably already had a rough life,
Yes.
and the longer you go without getting an education, it's just going to get rougher. Have you thought about getting your GED?
Yes.
What happened? Is that another thing you just didn't do?
Yeah. After my grandma died, I lost it completely. Like, she was like the only person I had besides my parents. So it was just a mind thing.
When did your grandmother pass?
She passed away in, what was it? March.
Of this year?
Yes.
What would your grandma say if she knew that you weren't going to school?
Something that I can't say here, but she'll cuss me out.
I figured that. I didn't know your grandmother. I figured that might be the answer. So here's what we're going to do. You're going to get back in school.
Okay.
You're going to get something that's going to allow you to move in a certain direction.
Okay.
So, have you looked into the GED program at Washington Community College?
No, I haven't.
You haven't? You're going to.
Okay.
want you to look into that program. Part of it's going to be Mom hadn't paid a bond, then I probably would refund the bond to you to get you into school because I believe it's that important.
Yes.
All right. So outside of helping your mom, and now you're going to go to school, what else do you do during the day?
I help out with my nieces and nephews.
She was working. Now she had a job through a home health care company. And I saw this stuff came out.
All right. And with this pending, it's going to be hard for you to get a job anyway, right?
Yes.
Okay. So
Judge, would you consider reducing the bond modification to a lesser amount so maybe mom could get her money back and maybe help her daughter?
she won't get the money back from the bonds.
Oh, okay.
If that's what I was saying, that if
Okay, I
it
see
was
what you
cash, if she had paid in cash, then I would reduce the bond, get back the cash to help pay for it, to offset her to pay for her education. But I can't do that the way this is at this point. We set her the other case for the 9th.
Yes.
So I'm going to adjourn the probable cause in this case to January 9th, 2025 at 9 a.m. Here's what I'm going to do, young lady. I'm going to do it this way. I'm going to find that there's been a violation of your bond.
Okay.
Okay. Now, most time what I do is I lock people up, I send them away. But here's what I'm going to do. You're going to have your own ticket. You're to get over to community corrections. I want you on the GPS location tracking. I want to know where you are. Got that? So you're going to have a GPS. You're to go up to Washington Community College. You're to get enrolled in their GED program. All right. You understand me? Now, what's going to happen is they're probably going to send you through some preliminary testing, depending on where you are. It depends on how that program is going to be set up for you.
Okay.
All right. Got that? Now, do you understand all your bond conditions?
Yes.
Judge, if the GPS is, I assume they're available, they'll be able to get her on today?
What do you mean?
I mean, you're ordering her to go to community corrections right now for GPS tether.
Yes.
Okay, I mean, I'm just saying if a tether's not available,
Why would we not have tethers?
with the way this case is going, I'm just trying to every contingency.
Okay. Yeah. But I mean, if unicorns start flying around, we got a problem too, right?
Okay,
So I'm going to release you. You get over to community corrections, get yourself on a GPS tether.
Okay.
I'm signing that bond condition now, or I'm signing that order now for you to get that. I'm also indicating you to get yourself to Washington Community College, check into the GED program.
Okay.
Okay. I don't expect you, because they're probably not open, I don't expect you to go up today, but you sometime this week can get up there. And you can start today. You got a computer someplace or then you can check online
Yes.
about how to get yourself into it.
Okay.
Got it?
Got it.
Your Honor, if I may,
Yeah.
I apologize, just so we're sure that there aren't any violations. I want to make sure there's no condition that she not use the internet. Because sometimes
Oh, is there a condition that she
I
not?
just want to make sure.
Oh, yeah, it's a good point.
Given the nature of it, that's something we.
I don't have that one. Let her go. We'll let you go.
Thank you.
I'll tell you what, don't thank me. I appreciate your thank you. But the way that you can really thank me,
In
to
school.
get over to school, get yourself in school. Just figure out, young lady, in life what you could really do.
Okay.
You got it?
Got it.
This final moment is the conclusion of an extraordinary transformation. Judge Simpson, who began this hearing visibly frustrated and on the verge of revoking bond entirely, ends by giving Destiny one of the rarest opportunities a defendant can receive: a second chance built on structure, education, and strict accountability. He orders GPS monitoring, requires her to report to community corrections, and instructs her to enroll in a GED program at Washtenaw Community College. These aren't small steps. They are life-altering conditions meant to redirect her path. Instead of choosing jail, he chooses rehabilitation. Instead of ending her momentum, he tries to rebuild it. From a legal standpoint, this is a masterclass in judicial balance. The judge enforces accountability, finding a bond violation, demanding GPS, reinforcing strict bond terms, while simultaneously seeing beyond the charges and recognizing a young woman who has potential but lacks direction. This combination is rare and powerful. For Destiny, the message is unmistakable. You get one more chance, but this time your future depends on your discipline, your education, and your willingness to change. For the audience, this case shows how a bond violation hearing can evolve into something deeper, a turning point in someone's life. If you found this case as shocking as we did, make sure to hit that like button, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more jaw-dropping courtroom breakdowns.